Hi everyone, my BF, 24 meters, and I, 22F, have been TG for around 3 years now. We both just graduated, and I've been working full time for a while now. My BF is almost turning 25 soon and all he does all day is just play video games. I completely understand that everyone takes their own pace with careers and whatnot. I've been letting him stay at my app throughout college, basically rent free. He wakes up every day at 2 PM, sleeps at 6 AM just sitting in front of the TV playing video games. I always try to encourage him to start his resume/certifications, but he just gets upset and complains that I'm just bringing this up so he would turn off his game. I'm not sure what to do anymore. I'm almost 3 years younger, and I'm the only one with a stable career and he isn't even trying. Again, I totally understand that everyone has their own pace, but is it even worth trying to get him to start applying? TL, doctor, not sure what to do with my boyfriend and his future. It's not your job to help him grow up. You aren't his mommy. Stop letting him live rent free. He needs to contribute. Ask yourself, what does he do to make your relationship good for you? How is he contributing so you two grow together? IRL, well, like the questions, thank you for this. Dump him. Find a suitable partner. Stop paying his way and stop making excuses for him. I hate to tell you this, but you're enabling him. You have to be real with him and tell him things gotta change or he has got to leave. I'm assuming it's your apartment since he doesn't work. Best of luck to you. I'm sure the situation suck, especially if you care for him. IDKY, this comment made me tear up, but thank you. I've been letting him stay at my app throughout college, basically rent free. You're not his girlfriend. You're his mom. Nothing about this situation will change until you change something. I'd start with a requirement that he needs to start paying rent. Give him 30 days of runway before the first payment is due. There's going at your own pace, and there's not going at any pace at all. Right now, he's stagnant. The last line got me, thank you. He's become comfortable with you instead of transitioning into adult life. Kick him out. He'll thank you for it later. Or he won't, but you'll thank yourself later. No need to break up. Just get him out where he can start developing some personal responsibility. Thank you for this. You need to stop enabling him and put your foot down. He likely needs to be assessed for depression, escapism, and refusal to participate in the outside is fairly common. But in the meantime, tell him he has X time to show significant progress or you will need him out of your house. No excuses, no delays. He contributes or he leaves. Heavy agree on the depression possibility. You need to leave him for his own good. I went through this exact situation. I was years younger, the only one with a stable job, and he played video games and smoked all day. I enabled it, paid all the bills, even though I was struggling financially, and just kept trying to be there for him. It does more harm than good. Things finally ended, and it put things into perspective for him. He no longer had me to rely on, and had to work to survive. Now, he is doing so much better for himself. He works, has motivation, etc. That would never happened if I had kept enabling him. It's hard, one of the hardest things I ever did. But it was the right choice. My ex was, and still is, like this. We were together for a year and 3 months, and he played a crap ton of video games, didn't get his license. He had a job, but couldn't keep one for long, and jumped from living situation to the next. It's been 3.5 years since I broke up with him. He's 26 now with no license, no car, still can't keep a stable job and keeps burning through his housing bridges. People like them don't just go at their own pace. They intentionally mooch off of others, so they don't have to do the work themselves to move up in life. My ex mooched off me and his countless roommates. Your BF is mooching off you. Break up with him. Yeah, don't take this the wrong way, but he's not going anywhere in life. 25 years old, living off his gainfully employed girlfriend, plays video games every day. Don't take this the wrong way, but at 25, usually people have a burning passion to accomplish something or try anything. Looks like he isn't motivated, nor has any pride regarding his life. This dude is probably depressed and isn't willing to face the music, like a lot of young men. The reality is he will be doing the same thing at 35, 45 and so forth, unless he gets his act together. Charge him rent, dump him, anything but letting the older man live rent free is your place. He's getting all his needs met if you're letting him live rent free and likely paying for everything else too. Understand that this kind of man is as common as dirt and worth about the same. It's not something they don't know how to fix. They don't want to fix it cause they are good with leeching off you. He isn't concerned about how it affects you. He isn't responsible cause he doesn't care what you think. So long as you continue to pay for his lifestyle, ditch him. He will never change. He hasn't done it, and he's not going to. If you're okay with living with a sponge, that's your choice. If you want something to change, something has to change. Along the lines of you need to be working and contributing to this household or I will need to evict you. Why has he been living off you like this? Charge him rent. Or better yet, send him home to his mama's, and she can charge him rent. My ex was like this, except I went into caretaker mode. I thought it was a good way to show I cared. It wasn't. I learned that the only way to get him to grow up was to let him learn on his own. I left him. It was mutual though after all the nagging I was doing. We are still friends, but it has literally taken him around 15 years to become responsible. Look, I can't say much about him gaming. I'm 41 and I game, but I also own a house, a fifth wheel, 2 vehicles and have a wife and 3 kids that rely on me to go to work and bring home the bacon. It was cool of you to let him live rent free, but it is time for you to put your foot down and tell him that he has 30 days to find a job and start contributing or to leave. It is not your job to take care of him if there is nothing going on preventing him from moving forward with life. It sounds like you want him to stop gaming, and that will never happen. And if that's not okay with you, then find someone that doesn't play video games. Try asking him, why do you play video games all day instead of finding a job? But ask out of curiosity, not out of emotion, because when a woman is upset, her so is tries so hard not offend her that he doesn't be truthful. Not saying you're emotional or not when asking. Nothing you have said indicates that. If his answer doesn't suggest and or indicate that he plans on changing in 2 months. A man without a job doesn't have a purpose, and Marcus Aurelius said everyone needs a purpose or they sleep until noon. Thank you, IRLY. Appreciate a comment every time I bring up the questions casually. He just gets mad at me, lol. What's his degree in? It's not unreasonable to, but have a job now at like 1 to 2 months past graduation, but he certainly needs to be searching. Is he putting out applications daily? If not, that needs to be the first step. If he can't manage to at least be trying, it's therapy or get out, emo. Dump him, but if you want to give him a chance, sit down and talk with him when he's not in the game and tell him he needs to start applying for jobs or you're breaking up with him. If he comes up with excuses, walk out / tell him to get out and dump him. Maybe it is boyfriend more than boyfriend. I would find the one-sided nature of it too much. This is what we would have called a scrub in the 90s. If you can afford to let him live with you for free, he at the very least needs to take care of domestic chores. It's going to be hard to set some basic healthy expectations at this point, because he's been living a pretty sweet life, so any attempt for more equity will probably be met with very immature resistance. Good luck. I say this with love. What he does with his life is not up to you. If you are not happy, move on and focus on you. He will grow up when he wants or has to. Please do not waste your youth on trying to make another human do something they are not ready to. I would cut ties with a man who is not mature for his age, where he has to game all day and night while sleeping in until 2 p.m. He will not grow up as he is now on a set schedule to just game every day. You need to move on. You have a bright future ahead of you. You will find a man that will actually spend time with you instead of a boy who is immature enough to drop the controller. You're enabling the S*** out of him. You're dating a loser who won't change until you give him the boot. He probably will change by necessity after you do, unless he has over accommodating parents, which sucks, but it is what it is.